Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. It's your girl, Miss Honey, here for another Real Housewives of Atlanta review. This is the episode we kind of all been waiting on. The episode where NeNe acted out and supposedly got suspended. We don't really know what's going on with that, but I will say that this episode was very interesting, to say the least. And one of the most familiar episodes. Familiar in terms of, I found it to be very, very relatable. This is going to be a super quick review. This episode, season 11 episode, I can't remember the number of the episode, but it is Bye Wig, Hello Drama. And this episode is really all about NeNe. It was really NeNe's night. That is from Will and Grace. And if y'all are Will and Grace followers, when Grace mama came over. Anyway, it's a Will and Grace joke. First of all, we see Kandi. Kandi is getting ready for her Dungeons burlesque show. She's super excited about it. She's doing auditions. Y'all know Kandi knows her business. She seems to be a bit of a perfectionist, and looks like it's coming together really nice. The surprise was that Cynthia showed up as one of the auditioners, and she did a little, you know, lap dance for Kandi and, you know, did her thing. She always looks beautiful, but she's not the most prolific dancer out there, which Kandi pointed out in confessional, but I thought it was cute. One thing about Cynthia likes to have fun. You could depend on Cynthia keeping the night fun and interesting. Like, she's not going to be one of those people that come in and they always complaining. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about Cynthia. See, NeNe, where NeNe is at Swag and she's trying to get stuff together, and Johanna comes in, and we haven't seen Johanna since they was up there at Chateau Elan, and she got drunk as Cooter Brown and acted out all over Eva. Now, NeNe is telling her that she's having a no wig party, an all natural hair party, meaning you got to come to her party and wear your all natural hair, and she's inviting Eva, and she gives her the lowdown on what she wants her to say. Instead of you focusing on Eva, Johanna, just say to everybody that you are sorry for your behavior. Could have been left right there, but oh no, Johanna wants to make it clear that she feels like Eva was lying and shading her, acting like she didn't know her, and she will apologize to everybody, but she will not apologize for what she said or why she said it. And NeNe was like, come on, Johanna. And she was like, I'm just telling you, I'm not trying to be fake. Okay, no problem. Then we see where Eva, wedding planner, comes over to her house, and she is, you know, just downloading into the lady. The lady's been on vacation, so she's downloading into the lady all of her stress, all of her anxieties, not sleeping. She 85 people over the budget, which puts her $50,000 over her budget. She 85 people over the count and $50,000 over the budget. No way. No way. No way. Jose. Forget about it. And they buying a house, and they moving in a couple of months. She get married in 2 weeks. So she's feeling the stress, but financially she's also feeling the stress. And I can kind of understand it in the sense that when you're a new wife, I can imagine you don't want to be coming into the relationship, you know, creating debt, bringing debt. You know what I'm saying? I see where she may be stressing out about the situation. At the same time, all you got to do is cut back, girl. First things first, you can just do one dress, or do your wedding dress and do just a simple party dress, girl. It's not that difficult. It is not that difficult at all. So, that's Eva. Then we get to the natural hair party. Now, we learned that Greg got out of the hospital a little bit early and came home. He was ready to come home and wanted to be in his own bed, which I don't doubt, but I also feel like Greg probably feels a little bit of pressure to get back on his feet right away, especially since NeNe is considering herself to be the one that's sick and shut in. Okay. So, we find out there at the party, Cynthia called, come to find out, Greg done went back in the hospital. Because Greg got a blood clot in his leg. He can barely walk. They had to carry him back to the hospital. All right. So he's in the hospital. He went the day before. All right. So she's having this function. And she said Greg wanted her to carry on. Greg wanted her to do it and all of that. She just seemed like, you know, she was saying the hospital is really the best place for him. I get that. I get that. He needs medical care. He needs somebody to wait on him hand and foot that ain't NeNe. So, although they don't wait on you hand and foot in the hospital. So, I don't know where people get that from. Because they really, really don't. It'll take you a good hour, hour and a half to get that apple juice, baby. All right? And you might as well drink the water off of that ice. Because ain't nobody coming for a minute. Like, hospitals are not there to cater to you. But whatever, NeNe. So Greg, even in the midst of all that, thought to call Cynthia and to call Marlo and tell them to call NeNe or to go over and to see about NeNe. Marlo left a hair appointment and went immediately to go see about NeNe. And when she got there, NeNe wasn't opening the door and she wasn't answering her phone. Now, NeNe lying in the confessional and saying that she went to do a little bit of shopping. You're a damn lie, NeNe. You're a damn lie. You just didn't want to be bothered. You didn't want to be talking to anybody or whatever. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. For you to say you got up and went shopping, but you was devastated? No, ma'am. Not buying it. Not buying it at all. So, this is the previous day. She's going to, of course, Cynthia and Marlo know, but she's going to tell all the ladies when they get there. The ladies start to arrive, and everybody comes. Kandi's, you know, first. Y'all know Kandi, all business. She gets there first. Then we see, I think, Eva, and then we get to see Tanya. Tanya's looked real cute. You know, Tanya's just kind of easy breezy. You know what I mean? She could go with the flow. I called Tanya a couple of times in the middle of the drama looking through her phone, just like having side conversations. Tanya does not seem to have a whole lot of investment into the drama. Or she might just be like me, child. She can have a good time anywhere and will be sidebarring somewhere before they be feeding into the drama. But we're going to get into it. So, Shamari comes. Shamari brings two friends, which NeNe has something to say about that. Everybody gets there. Eva gets there. Eva looks like she's just chilling and maxing and relaxing, that type of thing. Y'all know Eva is one step away from doing laundry with her clothes sometimes. Like, she can be super duper 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 casual. Everybody's wearing their own hair. They caught Cynthia, let NeNe tell it, she put a scrunchie that seemed more like hair in her little pigtails to make them seem fuller. Apparently Kandi was the one that caught that. And Shamari had a cute little hairstyle. She looks like she got 4C hair like me. And she had it braided up to the side on one side and kind of shifted. She was giving us retro realness. She was giving us 70s retro realness. I mean, I was waiting for her to just start popping it. Boom. Oh, yeah. So, two people that didn't come right away was Marlo and Portia. NeNe comes downstairs. Everybody's checking each other's hair out. Everybody's expressing how they feel about their hair. Some people acting like they cool, but a lot of the girls kind of seem like they feel naked without their hair. And as the night goes on, as people start drinking and they start sweating, we understand why. Us natural hair girls understand why. You can go somewhere and press that hair out if you want to. But I promise you, you let a little sweat, a little dampness get to them roots, baby, they will rise up on you so cool smooth. It be thick up in that joint. Thick. What's so funny is that everybody had like the same basic side part, swoop to behind the ear type hairstyle, you know, kind of bobbish, you know what I'm saying? That type of hairstyle. That was weird. Like, nobody was really rocking their natural hair in this really cool way, which y'all know I love to rock my natural hair. Even when I wear extensions, I like it to look natural. It just showed me a lot about how people feel, and this is just what it is. If you wear your natural hair, you're not considered to be as pretty or as polished or as pulled together as somebody who has you know, weave on, even if it's natural hair weave. Like that's considered to be, you know, the icing on the cake kind of. And wearing your natural hair is just, for a lot of people, it's not even remotely fun. So there was that whole discussion that we really didn't get to have. The parties have themes, but they don't really have meaning or depth of meaning. There's no, you know, thought behind it enough where people can walk away. I don't know. Maybe somebody did walk away with a couple of things. I don't know. The cameras didn't focus on that. That conversation didn't focus on that. The ladies sat down and they drank. And NeNe clearly had been drinking before everybody got there. She was focusing and targeting all of her anger and her angst on the people that were late, which I thought was funny because you was consistently late when y'all was in Tokyo. So why you here now acting like you can be late for anybody and anything, but you can't be late for me? All right, I just felt like this function really showed how entitled NeNe is, and it really showed me how far she has gotten away from her roots in Athens. Now, maybe she was poor and selfish at the same time. You don't just, people sometimes don't get selfish just because they got money or they feel entitled because of the money, but sometimes people just selfish ass people. Maybe she was selfish in Athens. You know, maybe she never was the kind of person that thought of anybody other than herself. But this party really shows us how selfish NeNe is. So she started talking about Portia to start out with. Portia late, and somebody said, well, we know it's because she probably pregnant. It's probably because she's pregnant. And NeNe let Portia have it too. It's women out there that do this and do that in the third with 3 and 4 kids and ride the bus and all of this stuff and don't give me that and that's no excuse, woo woo woo. Everybody was like, oh, that was kind of harsh. Then we get on Marlo, and she tells this story about how Marlo came out to see about her as if Marlo was at fault, because Marlo was steady trying to call her, and the more NeNe ignored her, the more alarmed Marlo got. And I got exactly what Marlo was saying, because I would have called the police to come out and do a wellness check, because you don't know. I had a nephew that killed himself. It's something I don't play with, especially when it comes to someone being chronically depressed or acting out in a way that's abnormal. Like, you just don't know the rhyme or reason why people decide they don't want to go on anymore. And, you know, the what ifs can put you in this real bad headspace where you're just not sure. You're not sure, and you rather err on the side of caution. So the girl just calling and calling and calling, and of course she gets upset. It's kind of like when you were a child and you got lost. Your parents was glad to see you, but they wanted to kick your butt because you scared them so bad. So she left NeNe all of these messages about how she had come out there in the appointment and that wasn't right and all this stuff. And what NeNe is telling the girls is that, who does that? I needed her, and because I wasn't available to her, she gonna try to fuss at me and argue with me. Who does that? I never heard, like, this is your argument? This is your argument? Now, last episode, you didn't feel like nobody cared about you. Now the girl care about you too much? She care about you too much? Really? Really? NeNe's selfish AF. She is selfish AF. Okay? She is super duper selfish. The way she treat those girls around her house, super duper selfish. Now, I know that probably a lot of it comes from A, you're on camera. B, you've had experiences where people have come to your home and then they've gone outside of the home and regurgitated things that just were not true and tried to make you seem like you a certain type of way. But you shouldn't have anybody else in your house that's not your core, that's not your group, that's not your peeps. So with that said, you should be able to relax and enjoy yourself and have a good time. Now, NeNe worked herself up into a frenzy. And when Portia got there, she shunned Portia. When Marlo got there, she really let Marlo have it. Bitch this, bitch that. Now, she at the head of the table. Marlo down on the end, and she just going in. And Marlo is just like, how many drinks did you have? I was like, Thank you, Marlo. I was thinking the same thing. How many drinks, NeNe, did you have? Because you was on one. Then she went into this whole thing where she started crying. Everybody got up and went down to the end of the table and was trying to console her. And she was just, you don't understand. It's that drunk cry. It's that, you know, that drunk cry. I didn't see no tears, but everybody act like she really was and she had a breakdown. But I haven't really seen like no wet face, you know, sloppy, gotta blow your nose and you stuffed up type of tears. I have not seen that yet from NeNe. I certainly didn't see it on this tape. Not at all. So Marlo gonna leave. Marlo don't leave. NeNe said, I don't want you to leave, Marlo. This is the thing with when you're dealing with drunk people. This is just what it is. You know, they up and they down. You be like, give me your keys. You don't tell me what to do. You got some drunk, some good drunks, some fun drunks, and you got some drunks and you be like, hell no. The minute they head for the bar, you like, check, please. All right. NeNe one of them girls. NeNe one of them girls. Plus, she a big girl, too. It would take two of them to, like, take her down. So, she breaking down. Brent's in the house. Brent done came. Brent consoling her. He playing the part of Greg. He go to get Marlo from the door and bring Marlo back in. He give her some words of encouragement and kindness. And everybody's copacetic. And through this whole thing, Shamari is steady drinking. Now, Shamari gonna throw up. And when Shamari throw up, it's gonna be 8:27 p.m. They got there like 6-ish, 5:30, 6-ish for the party. Shamari had to have been just slamming those drinks. Slamming them. She ain't big as a whip. She ain't big as a whip. She really isn't. She turned sideways, she'll disappear. Okay? And she just steady drinking. When she got up and went to the bathroom, I was like, oh, she gonna throw up. I knew she was gonna throw up. Before they showed her throwing up, I knew she was gonna throw up. I knew she was gonna throw up. Because I've been that girl before. When you feel like you don't have to drive, you just gonna drink until you realize that you can't, you too drunk to sit, you too drunk to stand, you too drunk to lay down, you too drunk to get off the toilet. Like, you too drunk. That's the main reason to this day I don't get drunk like that. I just do not. I drink to a certain point, a couple of glasses here and there, but other than that, and if it's a long night, trust me, I might feel nice, real noise, but your girl is not getting drunk. She's not doing it. But she needed to throw up. She needed to get down on her knees and get over that commode and get it out. The minute you get it out, it's like, good morning. You just better. Once you get, especially that red dye number 40, that's what's in all them red drinks. That's why I don't drink that stuff. All them fruit drinks, no ma'am, I don't do it. Okay, once you get all that red dye out of you and all that alcohol, you get it up off of you. You can go back and eat. You can drink a little bit more. You feel a little bit better. She needed to throw up, but she was over that garbage can and everybody was hovering. She needed a cool towel on her neck and to throw up. And once she threw up, then everybody, oh, it's a mess, a mess, a mess, a mess, a mess. I was surprised to see how many of the girls went to help and to console her. She threw up on Eva. She threw up on Eva's shoes. It was just hilarious. To me, it was like a typical house party where all of my girlfriends, we all get together at one person's house and we cook a bunch of stuff and we drink and we eat and we just have a good time. You know, but normally it's more staggered throughout the night. Like, somebody's not slamming. If it's somebody who's slamming, it's somebody who can handle it. But again, it was familiar to me. I've been to this party. Everybody that wearing their natural hair, we all drinking, having a good time, you know, that type of thing. NeNe has gone upstairs. She has made up with Marlo, semi-sorta, and she's gone upstairs. Cynthia and Marlo go upstairs after her, and she's sitting on the sofa in her bedroom. Now, mind you, she drunk too. She drunk too. But she needed to come out of that atmosphere and cool off and and refresh and all of that. So she upstairs in the cool of her bedroom. Marlo and Cynthia come upstairs. Now, this the same thing I'm saying about what's familiar. It's because that's how we do too. Like somebody might go outside and sit outside for a minute, and then if it's the person that is like the linchpin of the crew, then you'll see the crew kind of migrate outside. Everybody end up outside where the, you know, where the popular person is, right? So eventually, after everybody throw up, Shamari's friends take her home. I mean, she had a change of clothes and everything. The girl knew she was going to get lit. Baby, when I tell you, she was bumping and grinding all over Eva. And, you know, Kandi be the one. Because Kandi, outside of Kandi being the sober one, normally it's Kandi. But Portia was sober too, obviously, because she pregnant. But Kandi be waiting. She be waiting for something nasty to pop off, baby. She keeps a tab on all sexual feelings. She does. She be watching out, girl. So she could bring it up. When you say something about her, she can say, but what about that time at the natural hair party when you tried to suck Eva's nipple, Shamari? Y'all know it's like having a school principal in the room when you got Kandi at the party. So all the ladies finally migrate upstairs because people trying to leave because they've been upstairs so long. They go upstairs and nobody want them to leave, and then Kandi get the idea, oh, your closet, you've been talking about your closet, you always tell me about your closet, can I see your closet? NeNe say hell no. Now let me tell you why NeNe said hell no, because her closet wasn't clean. The clothes wasn't picked up, they wasn't hung up, things weren't where she wanted it to be. She probably did a couple of things that, you know, events or something, and the clothes is like, I'm telling you what it is. It's not tidy. It's not tidy. It's not ready for show. That's also why when the cameraman went to go in there with the camera, she pulled him out of there because she didn't want them pictures of her closet the way it was looking on TV. She didn't want it in the papers, in the blogs, on social media. I know why she did it. I know why she did it. The same reason why I would have came upstairs, got myself together, and went right back downstairs and kept everybody downstairs. Because I didn't, you know, I just got a shower and got dressed, my makeup all over the counter. Like, I wouldn't want people to see that, especially if there's going to be cameras there. Now, maybe you could come in as my girl, but you can't come in here and with no camera and film it. And because she had been drinking, because she's feeling a type of way, this party really was for her. It was all about her. She went too far. She went too far and snatched that man by his shirt to keep him from going in her closet. Now, she would have tackled him if tackling was her thing. But snatching him back, that was in her wheelhouse, and that's what she did. And she tore his shirt. She tore his shirt. It looked bad. It looked really, really bad. That's what really happened. I'm going to tell y'all that now. This was just a regular old house party. NeNe is the popular girl, and everybody caters to NeNe. It was good to see Tanya hug on NeNe. It was good to see NeNe give Tanya a break. It pissed me off when NeNe was talking to Johanna at the Swag Boutique, and she was talking about she can't stand all that fighting and bickering and petty fights about nothing, especially ever since Greg with the council and all of that. I was like, girl, now you was so petty with Tanya the whole time y'all was in Tokyo. Now you trying to act like you just cannot stand disagreement. You are disagreement. NeNe Disagreeable Leaks is your name, okay? Just for the record. Just for the record. And NeNe, how selfish you acted. Girl, you really feel like these girls are supposed to bow down and kiss the ring. I would say it's about 75% your fault. I would say 20% Greg's fault. And 10% is Bravo Andy's fault. Because they really got you feeling like you command the sun, the moon, the rain, the wind, the stars, the earth to turn the whole nine. I really don't get it. The way you treated Marlo, girl, the way you treated Marlo and talked about that girl, that shit was completely unacceptable. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this episode. I know y'all probably seen tons of reviews by now. Y'all tell me what you think. Put it down below. NeNe telling Marlo, but you don't understand, my husband has cancer. But you feel like you more important than everybody else's situation, problems. You feel like you're more important than cancer, Greg being sick, Greg being in the hospital. What you want to do and how you want to do it is more important. And not having somebody there to completely and utterly cater to you. Every move is really, really, really exposing you for the selfish, entitled individual that you are, NeNe, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You should really be ashamed of yourself. And if you're doing it for a coin, you should be ashamed of yourself too. Y'all tell me what you think. Put it down below. Until next time, honeybees. Mwah, mwah, mwah.